Yeah, by the way, I got a
Okay,
toxic
hello
comment from some.
everyone. We're live. Oops. Well, not live. If you're seeing this and it's been pre-recorded, I've got old JRPG here again, but this time he's going to be able to go on a longer tangent about it's bullshit because I actually wanted to get the game.
Yeah, it apparently was found out that Sony forced a company called Shift Up to censor a word called the hard R shop, apparently. And it was patched out day one because a reviewer, a game journalist, was complaining about it. And apparently Sony took note of that and went, oh shit, let's just patch it out. And
Well,
I don't agree with it because,
I can kind of see the hard R only because of the West and how we are with that word. If it was just that one thing, I don't think anybody would have issues who has a brain cell. But no, they took it to the extreme. They got the costumes, they got the freaking, um, her. I would be amazed, wouldn't be as brave if they shrunk her boobs. That'd be
well,
sad.
I'm gonna give you my take of why they said hard R. I think they said that because it's. I think the R stands for it's on the right side, or I don't know. That's my
It's for
interpretation
the
of
N
right
word.
side.
It's a word definition for the N
No,
word.
but here's the problem with that: the N word isn't there though. It's just
Yeah, but it's a reference to how they talk, a lingo reference. How I put it. It's hard to explain, but that's basically more along the lines of where the problem originated from. It's stupid. Trust me. It's one of those stupid arguments I've had for years, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. That's an issue for a whole other issue if you something like that. But
no. I just think it's stupid because it could be interpreted as anything. But anyways, getting over that, it's not even just the R shop now. Now, it's been censored off of Eva, and costumes are not being censored. That is a problem. Like no one can tell me that's not a problem.
no, it's a
Like
problem. I
this
saw the
game
it was
was advertised to be censorship free. And now they're going to censor some sexualized costumes because somebody might complain about it. It's like, what the hell? And Shift Up didn't do this, by the way. Apparently, I found out they change, and Sony forced them to do the change.
so the best way to hurt Sony is we've done it before is hurt them with our wallets by saying F you to the Sony Plus.
Yeah, canceling your PlayStation Plus. Get Stellar Blade physical. Do not buy it digital because you're giving Sony money by doing digital. And if you have the physical copy, don't connect it to the internet. Keep it clicked off while installing the game because if you enable the internet, then you will get the censorship. Like, people, this is an issue for a reason. Imagine if you were an artist, Kia, and you wanted to, do some creativity, or, let's say you wanted to, like, sexualize some kind of woman. You do that, and then some, like, uh, guy comes in and says, no, you can't do that, and like, starts ruining the artistic picture with, like, I don't know, some paint washes, or, I don't know, something like that. How would that make you feel?
It
Somebody did
pissed me
that.
off, but you could say I've been so used to. I'm not um, saying I'm again. I'm so used to how people get censored nowadays because I've seen this in other games they've done. They've done it to visual novels. They've done it. One of the things that's interesting about the PC when it comes to visual novels is they have like some Steam will censor the shit out of them. So fans have figured out a way that you buy the uncensored version by installing an uncensored patch. So you put it in there and it unsensifies it.
Ah.
One game that pissed me off that they censored the shit out of was Dead or Alive 6 and Dead or Alive Extreme. Well, I mean,
They're
come on, you took
probably
the
removed a
jiggle
lot of
physics
risque
out.
costumes. Oh, they removed. Wow. Yeah, it's like I don't know what Sony is doing. I just think they're just so worried about, offending like somebody on there. It's like, what's to offend? Because like, does
You're,
no, yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
what the hell? I mean, this is not your major. This is a small minority that are vocally being assholes about the whole thing.
yeah, and people forget Japan has always been about sexualizing content. I mean, even back in before video games were invented, they did sexualize paintings and stuff like that. Or did people forget that? Or how about the fact that Japan sells any vending, right?
I mean, you want to get so bad. The only way I think you could do it to fully trigger people would to hashtag protect Japan works,
Hang
and
on a
this
second.
would because anybody who hears me will laugh their heads off. I know how to do it, and you have to just trigger one fan base. But yes, cancel your subscription to PS Plus because that will hurt them. And by everything said, then tweet hashtag free Stellar Blade and all of them. That will help with the Stellar Blade issue. I just want to boost the message because even I supported Stellar Blade. If I hadn't bought it, I was going to support it, so I'll probably still support it in some way, shape, or form. But I thought it was interesting. Now it wasn't on my buy list of this year, so that's why I kind of roll my eyes a little bit because kind of think I got lucky. I kind of got lucky on that part, I guess you could say.
Sorry for the wait. Just grabbing dinner.
Yeah, I was about, I but hold off on saying, I know, because I want to hear your reaction, how you would stop censorship with Japan. There's one minority group that would really go rabidly angry if they did that. Can you take a guess what group it would be?
Hmm. Is it Sweet Baby?
No, the anime fans.
Oh, the anime fans.
You censor their anime, they'll go bonkers.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So for the love of God, um, if you're gonna go pro censorship, I mean, I'm not promoting it or saying you should. Anime fans will go rabid if you did that, and quite frankly, I would find it
Hmm.
hilarious because I'd be pointing and laughing and saying, "Welcome to our world that
Yeah.
we have suffered for too long."
Well, apparently this is a big issue, and right now,
Because
shit,
if they're
and I
gonna
think there's
censor
like,
Japan-related games, that's only a matter of time, anime fans, before they become for your beloved ecchi series and all them.
oh, they'll do that. They'll try it. I think that's why there's a huge movement right now. Apparently a ton of people have canceled their PlayStation Plus subscriptions
One
and the
other
petition
thing,
has garnered over 17,000 signatures.
nice. I might have to sign a petition too, with, on that. But now that we're on that, there's one other topic I want to talk about because it kind of involves censorships and politics, and it kind of doesn't. Which I mean,
Mm.
well, you're not going to like to talk about. Neither do I want to talk about it much because I can't believe they did this. The Sudoku thing that you made the video on.
Oh, you're talking about the Aodin Chronicle. Yeah, like as soon as I saw that dialogue, I was kind of disgusted.
And here's the
Because,
thing: we won't know if that's okay with the creator of the guy because the guy's dead.
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
you're
that was
equivalent.
Akira Toriyama's work.
No, not that wasn't Kira Toriyama. It was the creator of Sudokun's work, and the creator of Sudoku
Oh, okay.
died, and that was his last work he was working on was that series, and we don't know if he was going to make it a series or anything. And it was a spiritual successor to the Sudoku games, and but here's the thing that I was going to talk to you about, which you might I don't know take it offensive or not because this is a hot take again, hot take opinion on
Mm-hmm.
this is we've always had problems with localizations.
No, you're right.
That's been an issue since Ted Woolsey even had issues with the thing. And if those of you who know who Ted Woolsey is, Ted Woolsey changed a lot of dialogue in the Final Fantasy games. Because he was the lead translator for it back in the day. So translation issues have always been a thing. They've just gotten worse as time goes on. That's why
Mm-hmm.
fan translation patches exist, everyone. If you want things to change so bad, like, and you not see this thing, get off your ass. Go on. I don't know if Iron Chronicles on PC yet. Make a fan translation patch and patch the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Because you can do a one-for-one patch of that. It's not.
Yeah, I'm really torn on that though. Like, the female character calls somebody a chud. Like, come on, really, a chud?
That's so least egregious than them literally changing full-blown story dialogues.
Yeah, apparently there was more dialogue that was questionable. That's for sure. But damn.
So yeah, the Aurelian Chronicles that happening pissed off a lot of people, and I guess they were making refunds from what you were telling me. Went so far as to refund the game, but apparently the game was buggy. I was watching one person I watched. There was a bug in it that made it so you couldn't recruit all 108 people when the people got their review codes. So they could not get the good
Really?
ending until the patch came out on when they released it to the public.
Well, you know what? Maybe it's.
And if you're going to raise
Dialogue is
this
one
much of
thing.
a ruckus about it, I'd like to know if the prequel to it, Uprising, has issues.
Yeah. Another problem is like they don't. Some of these games don't get play tested properly, and then they get released, and it's like what the fuck? What did I pay my money for?
God, Cyberpunk!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cyberpunk 2010. Yeah.
It takes them a whole year for them to make it a good game, to be fully playable.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that censorship is an issue. And if you're saying, well, why are you talking about translations? It's because translation is also a form of censorship. It's just everyone right now is too busy looking at the physical censorship.
Yeah. I'm I'm really getting sick and tired of these Japanese publishers is looking at some of these Westerners and making decisions that might offend their, I guess, narrative. I mean, what's wrong with sexualizing a video game character? Like, I don't see what's wrong with it. And, you know, like, this is Japan culture. Like, Japan has been doing this for years, decades.
I mean, Japan's known for
Sexualizing
this. There's a
content.
reason why the meme exists. WTF, it's Japan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you want a prime example of, okay, any lefty that watches this to tick you off? I'll go tell you a genre to go look into. Go look into what they make in visual novels. I dare you, any lefty that watches this. Go look into what visual novels they make and what all forms they put in them, and you will lose your mind if they get translated. You will go bonkers. You know what? I'll be kind and give you a reference. Look up Bible Black.
Oh boy.
That
Yeah.
kind of
I've seen
material is all over in visual novels. Lefties will lose their mind and go, no! So, I've just given you food for fire.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think this westernizing stuff, I really disagree with it. I think Japanese need to stick to the roots more and more now. I think it's important because
With them
it's taking
westernizing
the
their games.
identity. Yeah, it's taking the identity of what they're supposed to be. Like, imagine if like some anime came out and then it started ripping off all the westernized things we know about. Like, imagine if it came out with a westernized like Star Wars and Rambo or something, and it came out like, would that make sense for an anime? They did that? I don't think so.
They'll
That's just
know.
how I feel. You know, just giving you a, trying to give you a terrible idea of if anime companies try and westernize more of it, and then they just do it in a way where it doesn't make sense. You get what I'm
Oh
saying?
god, they're so
Like,
bad on doing stuff like that nowadays. It's called
look
dubbing.
at look at Sword Art Online. There was one segment in the Galgun saga, and they freaking westernized the hell out of it. I'm like, what the actual fuck?
Now, I'll tell you a westernization one where the dubbers went a little too crazy on western references, but the show was so stupid it was worth it. And it's beloved to this day. The dub is. It's right up there with Ghost Stories, and that's High School of the Dead. That dub is hilarious. There's a scene where the zombies are going out, and this woman goes, "I think I've seen this in a George A. Romero movie." Or someone goes, "You can't just shoot him in the head. That only works in Hollywood movies."
No, that adaptation is fine. Like, I talk about if they westernize it and they make it boring, like Sword Art Online. Gonna
Or
argue
if
with
they
that.
westernize it and take it, that's a case of them kind of going far, a little far with the westernization
Yeah.
of it, but people kind of didn't care because it was so bloody funny. I mean,
I
I'll
don't
watch
know.
High.
Just to me,
No, I'm just talking about that's the hypocrisy of anime fans.
yeah.
It's not until you visually censor it that they'll go bonkers. Or the devs will mess with certain stuff. Miss Kobayashi.
Actually, fun fact: if you watch the Funimation version of High School DxD, they censor it by season 3, which I don't agree with.
Ah.
Thankfully, you can watch the uncensored version, although not legally. That's all I'm gonna say.
There's always an uncensored version and a censored version. There was once where they actually have censored a show where they put bars, 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 and people went and found the uncensored version online. There's a reason piracy exists for anime fans. But as far as Stellar Blade goes, are you going to cancel your subscription, PlayStation Plus subscription for a little while?
Let me just put it to that this way. I'm not renewing it right now.
That's what I said. Are you going to not renew yours for a couple months to hurt them?
Yeah, if I have to.
Because, I mean...
It doesn't take that long.
It doesn't take that long. You only need to continue it for like 2 months to hurt them, to show them sales, because their sales are by quarterly. They do these like things by quarterly sales, which basically is every 3 months. Or quarter. However they do it.
You know, maybe it's a good time to do that and not renew it anyway, because guess what? Soon I'm taking my summer break anyway, so I gotta be going on an anime binge anyway.
That would be perfect.
Here, I might as well, yes, I'm going on a summer vacation to watch anime. I always do this every year. So I might as well plug this for Kios, you know, since I'm too lazy to do it for my own.
People watched the last time you were here, so it was funny as hell. Although I do take Western games, like I think the Star Wars one made you laugh when I pointed out, like, oh my God, Ubisoft has control of the Star Wars game. They're gonna put microtransactions in it.
No, I just honestly, Keo, again, I didn't think you would bash Star Wars, like. You know, I've Star Wars, so
I've wanted to bash Star Wars for a while. And I knew even though it was clickbait, it was worth it because I had a lot to say that I disliked about what they're going with Star Wars. So I had no choice because of that. Yeah, I did a small review on Spider-Man 2, which my review is really harsh on it because I literally like give the story segments that, but
it didn't seem like clickbait. It sounded like you were actually speaking the truth about Star Wars. I think the only thing that was clickbait was the title.
The title, I did that for a clickbait title because I don't make the "this is trash" videos that often. No, I want to make a video on talking about censorship with you because you seem to have known a lot of the Stellar Blade situation. And the funny thing is, Stellar Blade was being nice by offering us a bunch of free content with their updates. So you not only did on the free updates that we got a whole bunch of free content, you probably censored the crap out of that. That makes me even more mad because on Stellar Blade they had like a bunch of costumes they gave you for free. So that means they probably censored those.
Oh, yeah, they probably have. So, I mean, Keo, it's up to you. If you want to not buy Stellar Blade, that's up to you. But
I already bought my games I wanted this year. Stellar Blade was probably going to be like a birthday gift or something I was going to get like around that time when price drops. I had no intention for Celebrate. I was going to support it by buying it later on. You know what I mean? But that was about it when it came for me in Stellar Blade. But I do take umbrage with what you're doing to Stellar Blade because it was advertised, and this is where I take massive umbrage with it. You advertised it as censor-free. You got it hype. Like, the hype train for this was unbelievable. You got tons of people.
And now it's probably gonna dip in sales.
Not only will it possibly dip in sales, but it will hurt. But it will hurt the developer, and that's the bad thing. You know, I don't want to hurt the developer of the game when it was probably a corporation that pushed that.
It's not the publisher's fault.
For once, it's not the publisher's fault.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that in my recent new video. I said it's not Shift Up's fault, it's Sony. Because it is.
Oh, let's speak of this. You know Sony's a dick? Fairy Tail.
Yeah, I probably should have waited for Fairy Tail because the censors are crap out of that.
No, they did the same thing. They said the same thing. They put a day one patch.
Yeah, it was fucking annoying.
They advertised it. They advertised the fairy tale game the same way they did Stellar Blade. People were hyped. They bought it, and then day one patch comes out and gets them.
Yeah, that's why I've been kind of wary and choosing very carefully what games I buy nowadays. Because, yeah, hearing many game stories about censorship or this got taken out or that got taken out. I'm like, ugh. Yeah, try to stay away from that. Is I want to take my full value for my money. Is that too much to ask?
Nope, that's not too much to ask. I would still buy, and I probably will because I don't think it's that much. I don't know. Is it $60 the Higher End Chronicles, or is it like less?
Oh, A&N Chronicles. I don't know the price. Sorry.
Whatever. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's $70. You know, $70, $80, whatever
No,
the currency
no,
is.
it's not.
It's like
No.
probably like $40. It's probably like Helldivers, $40. But that one I was interested in, probably am going to buy and probably will later on, not to thing, because I'm interested in it because it's 2D sprites and yes, it has the dialogue thing, but see, I'm one of those people that I know all about translation issues. Like with that, if you know how to work around it, or I don't know, want to be an ass and just click off the thing and switch to Japanese title, you can read it in Japanese kanji if you can. You can do that. I can't read kanji, but I at least can get the gist to know what they're saying and go look up the original scan translations.
Yeah, that's true. I feel
Or
some way with that English translation at
the
least,
English translation
because
will
it
probably
seems
be
like it's
fixed,
insulting
people.
the gamer.
It is. It's and the thing is, we don't know what if this was forced on because, like I said, the creator died recently, so there's no way to interview him and have him say, "What do you think of your game being censored?" Because he can't say anything. This is a
Yeah.
situation where, since the creator is dead, we will never get the answers to why this happened.
Well, you know what? Sandland by Kiri because it looks fun.
Sandland has had great reviews and great things said about it. So
Yeah,
that
I'm
one I
gonna
can
buy
tell.
the Akira game.
So by that, it had great reviews. It's a great manga and story, totally worth it. If it's a one for one adapted, and that's
I just want
about.
to buy it because the gameplay looks fun. I never seen the actual anime, Sandland, so I know nothing about it.
I don't know if Akira Toriyama, that was one of his last works he worked on before he passed things by designing the characters and stuff. Because Akira Toriyama liked to mm, work on video games as a side project. Like he would design characters and stuff for some video games for Square Enix and them. Like he did the Dragon Age series, not Dragon Age, Dragon Quest. God damn, too many dragons. He did the Dragon Quest series.
Way too many dragons.
He did a Blue Dragon. He did crap, a ton of other games he's done before. Worked as a designer for them. So with
Yeah, it's
Akira
not just
Toriyama's
about
past,
Dragon Ball Z, fellas. He
so
did other things.
with Akira Toriyama's passing, we lost also a great video game designer. Uh, art, what
Yeah.
their visualist designer. So this might be Akira Toriyama's last game that he did. He actually designed the characters for. So I haven't looked into that, but if it is, support it. If you like Akira Toriyama, buy his last game.
I'm gonna buy his game. I'm definitely gonna buy his game. Get more money next week. I'm gonna probably get it.
Okay. You have said all you have to say on the censorship is the issue? Because I find it's a massive issue. Not only with translations, like I've talked about with visual novels and them, with the translations and that, but also the ones that really piss me off are what they're doing with Stellar Blade, visual translations. Because that just, ooh, it's more annoying than anything. Because it just sticks out worse than if they just someone changed the word dialogue.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what I mean.
So, because I was with mistranslations on dialogue for so long, I'm kind of like not to say iffy on it. I know the problem exists and I know how to get around it. But you cannot get around people with visual translation mistranslations. Like when they mess with the code and all that, you can't get around it.
No, you can't. No.
Oh,
There was a game on sale. They had Super Neptunian RPG. I was so tempted to buy it, and then I just remind myself that game. I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying
you know, JRPG, you want to be away? Pirate
it.
it. Pirate it on your PC. It's for PC. I've seen it.
Hmm. That's uncensored on Switch.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not on switching them, but if you really want to, like, push the math, there's always piracy exists for a reason. But hey, I'm not gonna sit here and piracy is a whole other context for a whole other day. One of these days, I might have to do a video on piracy, the goods and the bads of it.
Yeah.
But I just thought I'd do a collab with old JRPG here because he just made a Stellar Blade video and he knows a lot on it, and I wanted his opinion on Stellar Blade and Aryan Chronicles because both of those subjects are both ones that have piqued my interest, and I very wanted to play Aryan Chronicles, and I wanted to know what was up with that. So yeah. Go check out his videos. Again, I'll put the link to his channel in the description below, like I did before, and all the others. This is, of course, the Matt Revere. You gonna sign
This
off?
is the JRPG King. There.
Later.